This segment is sponsored by HealthMarkets Insurance Agency.
Their mission is to help people make informed decisions about insurance products that can help protect their health and financial well-being. Who are they? Well, they're HealthMarkets Insurance Agency. And here to tell us more is Mike Gatteri. Mike, thanks so much for joining us. First off, we want to learn a little bit more about HealthMarkets and what makes you guys unique.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. The first thing I would love to say about HealthMarkets is, we're a nationwide organization, about 3,000 agents nationwide. And what we do is we help people find health insurance, life insurance, Medicare, and certainly with what's going on right now with a lot of people losing their jobs, there's a ton of people who are out there in that market.
Yeah, I think this is really important, like you mentioned, for a lot of people worried about their financial income and how they are going to manage through this pandemic. So since you work with individuals and millions of Americans are being laid off right now, how are you helping them out?
Well, so the first thing that we do is we help them, really make sense of what all their options are. For most people who have worked in corporate America, they've had one option through their employer. The employer picks the plan. The employer gives them the only choice that they have. And really, the individual world is very, very different. There are very comprehensive plans out there. There are very basic plans out there. There are plans that cover pre-existing conditions, plans that don't. And so we help them navigate all those waters to make sure that they have a plan that's going to work for them, not only today in their monthly budget, but if they need it, if they need to use the coverage, we want to make sure that they have the right coverage when the time arrives.
I'm glad you mentioned that because it can definitely be really confusing. So what should people consider when actually picking a health insurance plan?
Well, so the first is obvious. It needs to fit within the monthly budget. But as you can imagine, a lot of times, budget and quality coverage don't necessarily go hand in hand. So it's a delicate balancing act. People need to consider the network of doctors and hospitals because plans can vary dramatically based on the doctors and hospitals that are in and out of network. One of the big things that most people don't realize, though, is there are plans out there that do not cover preventative care, and there are plans that do not cover pre-existing conditions. And so if someone has something like cancer or heart attack, those would be very, very detrimental plans to have if something comes up. So we help them shop and look at all of the plan options to make sure that the one that they're getting for themselves is going to be appropriate if and when they need it.
And speaking of shopping and getting the best plans and the best prices, what is your charge for the researching these options, rather?
Very good question. Believe it or not, there is no charge for our services. We get paid directly from the various insurance companies, so there is never a fee for our services. They do not pay additional premiums by working through us. And so realistically, there's no reason not to work with an agent because we're going to do all that work for them. In no way, shape, or form does that get passed on to them as an added cost. And so, yes, our services are free.
Now, to make sure that they don't run into any bumps or bruises down the road, is there anything that the viewers should be aware of when looking for health insurance?
I would say the biggest thing is work with someone local and work with someone you trust. There are a lot of people who will sell plans over the phone. They don't know you. They don't care to know you. And they will say and do anything in order to make a sale and make a couple bucks. For HealthMarkets agents, we are all local in our various communities. We prefer to meet people face to face. In our opinion, Zoom now and video chats are the new way of doing face to face. But we want to get to know you. We want to get to make sure that you've got the right plan. So you make sure you work with someone that you know and trust.
That is a good point because trust does come into big when you're thinking about finances and people saving on money and when they're looking for different health insurance plans. So when you talk about trust and people getting to know you, how should people reach out to you?
So two different ways. Of course, they can reach us on our website, which is just simply healthmarketscolumbus.com, or they can call us directly. My local phone number is 614-749-9898. And when they call, they will speak with either me or my assistant, and we would set up a time to do a Zoom call like this to learn about their situation and get them the right plan.
Well, thanks, Mike, again for all of that great information. We really do appreciate it. As he says, you can learn more by going to healthmarketscolumbus.com.